Now, as I was saying just a few moments earlier here on RT, with the unrest escalating in Egypt's Port Said, it's after a court in Cairo has sentenced 21 people to death for their role in football riots last year that left 74 people dead. So 21 sentenced to death. Let's get some more on that now with a correspondent in the region, Belle True, standing by for us in Cairo. Belle, good to see you so quickly. This is considered by some to be a very harsh verdict from the Egyptian court. How are you reading into it? Belle, it's Rory Souchet in Moscow. I hope you can hear me. We're talking about these 21 people sentenced to death for their role in football riots last year that left 74 dead. Some are saying it's a very, very tough verdict from the Egyptian court. What do you say on that?
Absolutely, it has been perceived as an extremely harsh sentence, the death sentence for 21 people. This has been met with violent scenes in Port Said at the moment. We've seen, of course, the death of at least one police officer, 2 are in critical condition. We have reports that over 150 people have been injured in the last hour. Reporters on the ground are saying they're seeing civilians with automatic weapons running around the streets, attacking security forces. Here in Cairo, the scenes are actually relatively jubilant, as the ultras, the hardcore football fans, see this as very much a victory. It is, of course, quite a politicised verdict. At the time of the disaster, people said that the security officials themselves had quite a lot to do with the massacre, as they let the rival protest groups, the rival fan club groups meet in the centre of the pitch, and also allegedly blocked exit routes. Therefore, people are saying that really the security officials themselves should be the ones that receive this verdict, not just the fans.
Bella, aside from the story about the 21 people sentenced to death for their role in the football riots last year, let's talk about the unrest and I suppose the unhappiness that's being seen quite clearly in the iconic Tahrir Square. More clashes ongoing between police and anti-government protesters on Friday. What is the situation like on the ground where you are now?
Well, as I came to the studio today, I actually just came through clashes just on the corner of Tahrir, on the periphery of Tahrir, between protesters and security forces who were throwing rocks at each other. Behind me here in Tahrir, people still remain in tents. They say they will not leave until the President Mohamed Morsi makes changes. The opposition coalition, the National Salvation Front, released 4 demands yesterday, including asking the President to step down and the National Salvation government to take over. We've seen supposedly multiple deaths in places across the country as well, in particular in Suez. We had at least over 250 people injured yesterday across 9 governorates. So what we're seeing yesterday really was a lot of anger against the President and his government on the 2nd anniversary of the uprising, and further protests, sit-ins and possible violence across the country added to that as well.
I don't imagine we'll be talking to you in the not so distant future. Belle True, the reporter in Cairo, thanks very much for coming on.